May I ask you a part? I'd like you to sign the book and come in. I myself,
my mother,
the mystery.
80% Aboriginal. I mean, one great line is, some of my best friends are tribal. And you just want to sit through the whole. Where you are.
Have we met?
Just right here.
This is a very
Rosie.
But yes, it is hard to imagine.
How are you?
They fix your toilet.
Hey, baby!
They fix your toilet.
I just came back from vacation.
You've got the right change. This is too much. God bless you.
Very good. How was it? This angle is good. White hair.
Je suis en train de lire Robert Rutherford's New York, so.
Do you want to get in touch with me?
No? Okay. Is it identified here? How I get back to you? Or I go through the Nichols?
You can go to the Nicholson or you can go to my website. I'm having trouble here. Too many
All these women.
that's right, too many voices. Do I know you?
I think we might have had
Bon, je vous laisse parce que je partage pas mes heures. Mais
English is a funny language. Why don't we say Knecht? Because it comes from the German Knecht. And Knight comes from Knight. Are you trying to bribe me?
yes.
They are. Come in, join the party. It's a wonderful place. It's a little warm tonight, but we're working on it.
I don't see you working at all.
Well, you know, it's an interesting thing. Everybody tells me that I have to speak extempore, whatever it means. I should read my text.
It comes from the Latin word.
Oh, does it? Latin is a language dead as dead can be.
Molto morte.
It killed the ancient Romans, and now
You mean the language
it's killing
killed
me.
it? No, they killed themselves.
And some people showed to pull his chestnuts out of the fire. And all was nice and all was good, and there were 5 days to go before he was named, when all of a sudden, on June 12, 1989, the Ministry of the Revolutionary Armed Forces announces the arrest and investigation of Division General Arnaldo Ochoa Sanchez. His name was Arnaldo Ochoa Sanchez, but he wasn't a division general, he was a brigadier general, right? That's the equivalent. And he's accused of dishonest acts, corruption, economic chicanery, and drug trafficking. The top commander of the Cuban Revolutionary Army. Amazing, isn't it? He was put behind bars in Havana del Este, in the Special Forces camp And after a month, he went to stand trial, and he was found guilty on all charges. There was no attempt to appeal his sentence, which was death by firing squad, and he was executed by Mr. Raul and Mr. Fidel, and all his good buddies stood by, nothing to say them. Now, the questions, of course, are, why him, why then, and why really? And the answer may be that he was an internationalist. He was not an anti-American, he was anti-everything that it wasn't good for Cuba. And he became just too popular for the Castro brothers. That was the problem. So that's the story behind this book. But why, do you say, is it called Havana Harvest? And where is Ochoa in this book? There's no Ochoa in this book. There's a general there by the name of Casas. And the reason why I have written this book is because I had a friend who was my administrative assistant in Cuba when I was there. And he used to be the Raul Castro's secretary when they were in the revolutionary underground and in the Sierra Maestra. And she brought me a book which was called Case Number 1 of 1989. And it was the trial and execution of this man. And I felt that there was some injustice here, some social wrong, and there was something that didn't quite add up. So I said, I'll turn it all around. I'll make this guy a hero. Of course, I won't call him Ochoa. I'll reflect a little bit about what's happening in Cuba these days, but I won't make it contemporary, because otherwise Fidel will never talk to me. And by the way, just so that you know, when I got my first case of books that were printed, I took the first copy, I went down to the post office here in Westmount, and I have the receipt to prove it, and I sent Fidel a copy in which I said, "Happy birthday, Fidel, 84 years, congratulations. I hope to see you soon." Thank you for your attention. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all, of course, for coming, and especially those who bought a book. And this concludes our entertainment, the first half of the entertainment. And all those who wish to stay have to buy another book. Thank you. Thank you for coming.